So in good news overnight, we only have 4 new cases and all of them are in hotel quarantine and none of them were in the Hotel Grand Chancellor. We have 27 active cases and in the past 24 hours we have had 13,061 tests. Look, these are really, really good test results, everyone, and it's great to see Queenslanders coming forward. On my way in this morning, I saw people lined up outside of the clinic as well, so that's everyone's listening to the message that if you are sick, come and get tested, so that's great. Now, I want to personally thank police, health and ambulance staff, and especially those in the Grand Chancellor Hotel. All of the guests were removed yesterday and transported to another hotel. That was very smoothly done, and I do want to thank all of those agencies for working so cooperatively together to make that happen. So all 129 guests have now been relocated. Now, of course, too, all of the actions that we've been taking, Dr Young has had the full endorsement of the AHPPC. So Dr Young has been talking to her colleagues on a regular basis about everything that we are doing, and that is being backed up nationally. Not only that, the Federal Health Minister has also contacted our Health Minister here, Yvette D'Arth, and has also backed the actions that we are taking. So swift, strong actions needed to protect Queenslanders. I can also confirm now that 226 staff have all been contacted and are being tested and isolated, and along with the 147 former guests of the hotel, this number has been revised down from yesterday, and so far 3/4 of those have been contacted and tested. In more good news, 406 contacts of the cleaner and her partner have been contacted, tested and isolated, and so far none of them have tested positive. So the investigation is still underway. We won't be commenting daily on that investigation. That is a matter for police and health, so we'll let them deal with that. But I do want to make just a few comments about a quarantine into the future. So we are going to look at all options, and one of those options is to look at some of the mining camps that we have in Queensland. Now, for a start, some of these mining camps are 4-star. They are of a very good quality, high standard. My understanding is some of them have, most of them, the ones that we're looking at, have balconies, so there's a lot of fresh air for guests, and also too, there's the capacity for all of the staff and the cleaners and everyone to also be based on those sites as well. Now, I'm going to put this forward as an option to the federal government, and we'll be having those discussions, so we'll look forward to those discussions over the next few days. But also too, I do want to discuss it at National Cabinet. That will be held on Friday week. I hope the AHPPC advice will also go to National Cabinet. And it's a matter for state and territories, but I think with this new strain, we have to put all options on the table, and these are sensible, rational options. The Howard Springs works very well in the Northern Territory, and there's no reason why we couldn't do something similar here in Queensland, or if not, around the country. But of course, that's a matter for other jurisdictions. So we are looking at those options. We are looking at alternative plans to hotel quarantine that is based right in the midst of CBD, where you have a whole lot of staff that come in from all around, and you have airports people flying in and out of airports. So I think this is a rational option, and if we are dealing with a strain which is up to 70% more infectious, I think we need to be really serious about it. So it's something I think we need to give very, very careful consideration. So I've asked Dr Young and the Health Minister and the Commissioner and her team to go and look at some options for government to consider.